Hey guys, can you hear me? I see Gerald's there, and Dorothy, and Catherine, and Levada. Dorothy, how are you? Hi Alice. Can everybody hear me okay? I apologize, my dogs have to cut it out. Somebody must have walked by in the park. Hi Wanda. Okay. First of all, let me switch over and say hi to you guys. Don't look at me, I'm a mess. My hair's a mess. But oh well. That's just the way it's going to go today. Hi everybody. Just getting over all of the wedding stuff, so I may look a mess, but we'll live with it. Once you, yeah, all of a sudden, it always when you go live, right? They want to go ahead and make noise. Oh, thanks. Let me see if I can pop this chat out for me so I can see things a little bit better. Okay. Does anybody have any design space questions at all? Anything going on that any of you have questions or need answers on? Hey Sue, I'm glad you could join us. All right, is everybody ready to play Winner Winner Chicken Dinner? Did everybody get to see the video I did yesterday? The one with the canvases? I'm going to cover a little bit of it again tonight when we're doing the live project. But I'm telling you, the reverse canvas, it's not a project for me. I didn't like it at all. I love the end result that some of the guys are getting with that, but I didn't like the process at all. I don't know. Well, make sure you watch it, Levada, because it goes into detail. I'm going to touch on some of the stuff tonight for you guys, but I'm not going to go into as much depth as that video went because I showed you the whole process of doing a reverse canvas, with the exception of doing the iron-on and just putting it back on. But it's not an easy process. It's not an easy process at all. Yeah, Wanda, it's going to be so much easier. Plus, I'm going to show you a couple of benefits that you have with that too. Let's switch over to Design Space and play Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, and then we'll get into the project. And as you guys know, as always, if you have a Design Space question, anything while we're doing a project, or you're having an issue with the project that you're doing, it doesn't even have to be on subject. Ask. While we're here, ask. We're happy to help. Okay, let's switch over. And Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. I have not had a chance to go to the store, guys. So, I don't have a candy bar to show you, but you'll get your $1 million bar. I'll make a trip to the store tomorrow. But Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. Let me go over to the project camera before we go to the question. You're going to get some of the adhesive dots, Scotch. I really like these thin ones for some of the things that we do on cards. You'll really like these. And you're also going to get a stamp and stencil set. So that's what Winner Winner plus your candy bar. That's what Winner Winner Chicken Dinner is going to get this week. okay, Levada, because we're not painting, so you don't have to worry about, well, I'm going to be doing a little bit of paint, but there's not a lot of it, so you don't have to be worried about this. The project that I'm doing, I had got my frame ready while my iron-on was cutting, and I finished when it was at 80%. I kid you not. I got this, it was the same color as this. I got it stained and prepped in the time that the iron-on cut for the canvas panel. So this is a quick, easy project, and it was dry in 15-20 minutes. It doesn't take long at all. But let's check on winter chicken dinner here. Hey Jamie, glad you could come. Okay, I'm going to do a countdown as normal, and once I do my 3, 2, 1, then you can answer the question. Okay, we can do a project where we use those stencils, Levada. You just use inks and like a little dauber. I'll show you here in just a few minutes what I'm talking about. And you don't have to paint to use the stencils. But once it comes with these stamps, they're meant for inking. Okay, the question is, if I want to remove a part of a design that has been welded together, what is my best option to use? 3, 2, 1. And I didn't make it easy this week, guys. I wanted you to think about it. What options are available to us for that? You can't undo a welded image. Slicing is a way, Kathy, but that's not the easiest and the best option. There's another option that nobody ever thinks of. No. I'm going to tell everybody to take a look down at the bottom of their Design Space screen. What is an option there? It's right there on the bottom of your screen. You can see it right now if you're looking at the Design Space. Winter chicken dinner. Ding, 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 Kathy. Kathy's our winner. Contour. Contour is your best option. That is your best option, guys, and I'm going to show you. So, Kathy, you are a Patreon, so I have your address. You won't have to do anything. I'll just send it to you. Hi, Jess. Let me leave this page, and I'll show you. This is an SVG that I did. This is not welded on because it's going to be cut in a different color, and it goes on this SVG right here. Okay, so here is this image, and when I look over here on the bottom right, you see contour is highlighted for me. If I have a score line or something in there, then I'm not going to have that option. You have to detach whatever's attached to it, just like you would if you were slicing or anything else. But if you look on there, if I wanted to get rid of long out of the dog right there, contour is my best option because I can go in there and I can click on this and take, oops, I took the doggy out. I can go in there and take that out of there just by clicking on the things in it. I didn't get it all, of course, but you get the gist of it. You just go in, and if I can make it bigger for me to see, I'm not looking on another screen here. There we go. Nope, missed it. It's not always easy to do, but you can do it by getting rid of that. Maybe that wasn't the perfect example to pick because that is so small. But I could weld something onto that. That is correct. Put it back, put it back. I don't want to save any of that. Let me pick another object that would be easier to do. Say I wanted to change out that house. Contour. Click on the house, the roof, the chimney, come back, and it's gone. That is the easiest way, is just to contour it out. Because this is all one layer, actually, Wanda. There's really no layers there. If you'll look over in your layers panel, I have 4 complete layers. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. I only have 4 layers. Every one of these arrows that you see, or you can look at it this way, each one of these icons that you see is a layer. So you can tell how many layers you have by looking at your layers panel. If this wasn't welded together, I intentionally welded this together in my SVG before I saved it and zipped it up to make it one layer. But I knew that we could go in and we could contour out words and stuff like that that you wanted to change, and then you can weld your own in. Hi Jessica, hi Tracy. Glad you guys could join. But that is how contour can really help some of you guys out when you want to change something on a design and you don't know how. We had a couple of people yesterday that were just frustrated because they didn't want something in a design and they couldn't get it out, and they were messaging me. Contour is your best friend in those situations. Does anybody have any more questions about contour? Okay, let's go ahead. I've already cut this. Let me go over to the project camera. I've already cut all of this and I've got it ready. As a matter of fact, I probably need to turn on my heat press here. I'm just setting my temp. You guys are lucky. You don't have to go through as much as I do with this thing. It's a monster. I have to move around the room. If you have an easy press, you got this made. I was doing some pattern dyeing on, so my timer's set way too high. There we go. All right, that's going to be heating up for me. I've already cut mine and placed it on this panel, and I'm going to show you why I'm using panels. Hey, Sonia. I did a video yesterday. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not. If you have not, please watch it. This frame I paid, it was $14.99. It was on sale 50% off, and I paid $7.50 for it. So, well worth it, in my opinion. Saved me a ton of time. As I said, I stained it. You can paint it, stain it, do whatever you want with this frame in the time this cuts. It was at 80% when I went ahead and started it, went and grabbed I used a cream wax on it, went and grabbed that, came back, started playing with it, stopped, went and got some gloves, went and did a couple of things, came back, finished rubbing the stuff on there and rubbing it off, made sure I didn't have any spots, did all my touch-ups, and when I finished and I was happy with this was only at 80% cutting. So that's how long it took me to finish this frame for this. Yes, it cost me a little bit more. Totally worth it. You get 5 of these canvases, and it has the nice finished piece on the back. It looks very pretty, nice and finished. You can put the title of your project, your images that you used, or HTV, whatever. You can sign it. You can number it if you're selling multiples. You've got that option. Another option, and somebody already brought it out on the other video. I was saving that option for you guys. You can sell this as a set, because these on sale 50% off are 70 cents a piece. You get 5 in a pack. So they're not expensive, but you can sell this, have this frame and 5 of those, and have it interchangeable for the customer that's buying it, because they fit in there pretty snug. You can staple it in, but they fit in pretty snug. It's not falling out when I flip it over. And they can interchange this to whatever they want. You can't do that with a reverse canvas. And like I said, 70 cents for 10 bucks, less than 10 bucks, somewhere around that if you go with a lesser frame. You can sell this for $40 easy. Easy. No problem. And you're not going to have more than 20 minutes making the project. Maybe 25. Let's stretch it to 30 if you want to. I'm telling you right now, this was not fun. Getting this canvas off of here, if you watched that video, I did not cut or edit it in any way. Hey, Belinda. After I got it off of there, I trimmed it up, okay? My hands were shaking for 15 to 20 minutes after I did this because it took so much strength for me to get these staples out of the back of it. Here, all of these. You have to take them all out. Then when I flipped it over, there were staples in the front. But that wasn't all. Look how rough this frame is. If you're painting and staining that and giving it to your customer like that, you're not going to make any money off of these. They just don't look nice. Plus, after you have stapled your canvas back on the back, if you're not filling that in on the whole corner, it's on all four corners of these. If you're not putting putty in there and sealing that off and sanding it and making it look decent, you could probably get $10 or $15. I don't know what people are selling these for. Personally, myself, to hang in my home, I probably wouldn't buy one of those. I would probably buy a couple of these because it's nice and finished and it's a nicer product. Yes, it was a struggle, Belinda. It was very hard to get the staples out. I am not lying. It was a struggle. And I bought the tool that does it for $6. It's regular $9.99. But I bought the tool for $6. I've done these before and used a screwdriver. It was not any easier with this than it was with a screwdriver. I had the same struggles both ways. I can tell you I gouged myself with a screwdriver when I used the screwdriver. This does have a blunt point on it to get up under there, but it's still not easy. But this one has, there is a difference. The knots don't really bother me on this, but the split wood and all the, I don't know if you guys can see that, all the indentations where the machine, I guess, stretched this on there, all that has to be sanded out. To make this frame look decent and look as nice as this other frame, you've got at least 2 hours of work. So, and like I said in the other video, how much is your time worth? So you're either going to spend a couple more bucks and do it like this and make it look professional, or you're going to do it the inexpensive way out, but it's going to show you took the inexpensive way out. And if you don't, unless you dress this up, and it's going to take you several hours. And I venture to say everybody watching is going to say that 1 hour of their time is worth more than $7. Mine is. I don't have to, if I'm mass producing these for a craft show, I don't have time to spend 2 hours on a $1.75 frame. Because that's what it is. It's scrap wood that they make these with. So that it's just something to consider. I do like the finished product, the look that you get if the frame is fixed. I don't like the look of them if the frame is not fixed. Yeah, you would be better off just to paint it and then frame it, Belinda, because that's what these are meant for. These are meant, they're on a stretched canvas and they're primed for you to paint on and then insert into a frame like this. That's why they sell frames that have these indentions down in them so that you can put, this one of course won't fit into this frame because I needed 8x10s, that's why I went this way. But you can buy a frame and this will pop right into it if you've painted it. But you can put, I'm not opposed to putting the iron-on on these. I did a video showing that. All you have to do is put your magazines or a book or something of that nature on underneath it when you go to press it, so that so it's firm, and then you can pop it in a frame. But as far as taking these off the frame and doing them the reverse frames that everybody's crazy about, my honest opinion, I'm just not crazy about them. I just don't like them. But for, less than $10, I can sell this for $40 and give them 5 different canvases instead of the one canvas reverse. So I'll stand next to somebody at a craft show all day long and sell these for $40 with 5 canvases in them, next to somebody with the reverse frames at $10, and I'll sell mine. So, yes, you can do that too, Denise. You can check your Salvation Armies, your Goodwill stores. I find frames like that all the time, and they're really nice frames. They may need a little bit of work. I mean, I stained this one, but I'm going to have to stain that reverse frame one too. So, that's just something for you guys. Make your own decision the way you want to do, because a lot of you are doing your crafts for business and for sale. If you want to make money, this is the way to go. I'm just saying, this is the way to go, because you're going to spend a few more bucks, but you're going to make a lot more. Okay, so what I have done with this one is I've stained it, and that's all I did, and I used a cream wax. I got this, guys, for 39 cents on clearance, Hobby Lobby. I just checked whatever they have available. You can use just your acrylic. These are metallics, but you can use the apple barrel paints like this and just squirt some on the frame and take a damp rag, and it needs to be a rag, something you're not going to keep, and rub it in an old t-shirt, and that way it will act as a stain. So you can make this any color you want with any color of the 50-cent paints. You don't need anything expensive, and it will remain as a stain. You can seal it if you want to. You don't have to seal it. I am going to be using some gold metallic for the name. I used the Cricut stencil vinyl down here, and I've already cut it and placed it because I'm not going to put a whole lot on here, guys. It's just a little bit of a name. I left off a couple of things. You can use a makeup sponge. That's mainly what I use. I see we're buffering a little bit, guys. I apologize. Hopefully you're not. But you can use these makeup sponges. They work just as well. Or you can use like little, but you want to pounce. You don't want to, I have dirt on me from something, or ink, maybe. But you're going to be pouncing this on. And you just need very little paint. I'm not even really going to even put it in a container. I'm just going to, because I have such a little area to paint. And I'm just going to get a little bit off on the vinyl here. I got a little bit hanging off just for that. This is a metallic red. And I'm just going to pounce up and down. This stuff dries in just a few minutes. You don't need a lot. I kind of made my stencil small there, so be careful on that edge. And I'm just doing it this way so you guys can see how much time I actually have in this frame. That weeding was nothing, and putting this on was really nothing to it. So there's not a whole lot of time in that. And I'm going to do a gold metallic down here on the name. And you don't have to put anything on your frame if you don't want to. Ooh, I just dripped some in the middle. I don't know if this gold is going to show up very well on this color I chose. It doesn't appear that it is. I think I'm going to switch that to a black. Give me just a second, guys. Just going to get a little black paint here and go over that. And the reason I'm painting this first before we do the iron-on is I just want to show you how quick, and this is my method. I let this dry while I'm doing my iron-on. Almost out of black paint. As you can see there, this is just really easy. If you brush, you're going to get bleeds. Probably not as much with a smooth frame like this. You could probably brush it okay. Because this is completely smooth. I bought it. It was finished. It was ready to go. I didn't do any sanding whatsoever to this frame at all. So to me, it was well worth the extra couple of bucks. I'm done with that. Let me just toss that. And I think I want to do one more coat on my red. The metallics sometimes need an extra coat. Just going to make sure I'm covered well. That looks good. Is everybody with me so far? Oh, you can't see the bottom of the frame. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just dabbing it. I've just dabbed it with a makeup sponge. The same thing I did with the top with the red. I just dabbed it. The gold wasn't showing up at all because it was just too close to the color of the frame. But I basically, the makeup sponge right here, I just dabbed. I just put some paint on it and I dabbed up and down. My vinyl is covering that whole edge and this whole edge over here, so I don't have to be careful except on these two edges. But that's all I did. Tracy, this is a frame that I got from Hobby Lobby. It has a ledge in the back, has no glass, no nothing. It's just over in the frame section. They're 50% off. It was a $14.99 frame. I got it for $7.50. So, and that's all I've done. I put some cream wax on it. It was the same color as this frame, but this frame is really rough. This is the reverse. This came out of the canvas for the reverse canvas. Has all the holes in it. Right here where the frame goes together with the biscuits. It's got all those that have to be fixed. It's really rough all the way through here. It has holes in it from the staples on all four corners. It's splintering. It's dented right here. It has a bad dent over here. There it is. It's just like a piece is just curved out right there. So really fixing this frame would take me at least, like I told them, a minimum of 2 hours. My $7 for this frame versus that one, I'm going with this one. So, and I did a comparison video yesterday. I did not edit it. I did not cut it. So you guys could see exactly what the challenges were with doing a frame. They are called canvas panels. They're already finished on the back. You can write. As a matter of fact, I've already done this one. I don't want to move my HTV, so let me. I put dog rules on the back, my name, and I put, it's where it has medium, I just put my DR #1. That's my dog rules. That's Frank #1 that I did. Then I put the date and Crafting with April back there. And when I pop it into the panel, when anybody looks at the back, it's going to be nice and finished. It's not going to look like this when I'm done. This is what the reverse canvas looks like, except you've got staples all the way around it too. So, to me, this is going to look better. It's going to look more professional. And like I said, you can give them 5 different panels. They can pop in and out, or you can staple the one panel in. So that would be totally up to you how you wanted to do it, but you could do interchangeable panels.
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay, now I've cut and weeded my iron-on, and I used black for this, and I have a secondary piece in the red. So I am going to put this in my heat press, and I am going to press it for the 15 seconds or so that it has to be. Do you guys want to see that, or do you want me to leave the camera where it is? I will have to move the camera if you guys want to see it. But we're talking about 15 seconds. Oh, Tracy, you're fine. Yeah, Tracy, I don't like the holes in there either. It just doesn't look professional. If I'm putting my name on it, I want it to look nice. And I am just spinning my heat press around, and I'm closing the press. With the panel, it's easy. It's already set on a board, so and I did cover it with my Teflon sheet, guys. I used a Teflon sheet to cover that with. And now let's check it and see if it's peelable. It's peeling very well. And I know that this may look crooked to you guys, but really it isn't, because you want to do this too. Once you lay it on there, stick it in your frame just in case your frame isn't completely square, and see if you need to make adjustments to your vinyl before you put it down. Now I'm just going to place the second piece in there where it goes. Right there. And then I'm going to, let me see if I can get that in there for you guys. Now I just laid this piece in on top where it goes to piece it back in. And then I'm going to recover it with my large piece of transfer, the carrier. And again, I'm just going to cover it and press it. And while that's pressing, I'm going to start peeling this. Turn off my heat press. I'm going to let that cool, because that board will get a little bit warm. And if your paint on your stencil is still wet, be careful that you don't transfer that paint to the rest of your frame and your design, because I got a little bit on the corner of mine, but I think it'll be okay. See if you guys can see this. I'm just going to peel this off. And this was the Cricut stencil material. It weeds like a dream. Now you can seal this if you want, or leave it as it is. It's going to be indoors, so really no need. I have one tiny little bleed right there, but came right off with a little bit of scratch of a pen. So I'm going to take and seal that with, this is just a frosted glass finish, but it's matte. And I'm just going to give it a light spray over the paint. Just so that it seals that up. You do not have to seal it. You can use polyacrylic. You can use anything you want. Polyacrylic is probably best. It's a water base. But just for time purposes, I'm just not pulling out all the stuff to do that with today. But you can paint this right over it. And I haven't put anything over that yet because it's still wet. And if you put it on that paint while it's wet, it will give it like a crackle effect. And then I'm just going to peel the transfer. I got paint on the corner of that, but that's okay. And it is trying to bow a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's trying to bow just a little bit. I got gold paint. I had gold paint sitting somewhere and I set it right in it. But that's okay. It's the back. And then I'm just going to pop it right in. Waiting on that to dry. I don't want to lay that down yet. I am putting a staple in mine to hold mine. This is not a set. And I put it too far. There we go. You want to do these at an angle. My staple's not coming out. Just a second. But that's all there is. Basically, this one is done. I have staples. I have a whole thing of staples. Why is it not coming out? I'm glad that gold paint is hidden. My second coat of paint is not quite dry right there. So that's the only thing that's holding me up. But normally that would be dry. We would be finished. You could even hot glue this in if you don't have a staple gun. Okay, I'm going to have to get my husband to fix my staple gun, guys. Let's do it this way for now, just for the video purposes. I'm going to use, ta-da, let me set that over to dry. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to hold it in until I can get my staples gun to work. Just stopped working. That's weird. But this is just a double-sided tape. Just going to run it down along the edge. And it can even stay in. Because like I said, I'm not making this one interchangeable. I'm still having less issue with doing it this way than I would be if I was doing that. I would still be taking staples out of the other one. Of course I always have trouble peeling. There we go. Does anybody else have trouble peeling paper from tape and stuff like that? Or is it just me? It sticks to my fingers fine and peels, but there it goes. It just doesn't like to cooperate. with me all the time. And then get rid of all that paper. You use your pokey tool? That's what I did. You haven't been able to get them close enough to hold in? I don't know. I think I got too much pressure on mine, Kathy. Because I have a trigger on mine that I can set them to go halfway in or all the way in. And they're wanting to go all the way in. That worked. I just used double-sided tape. That worked pretty good. Yeah. Oh, there we have my staple there. Now it wants to hang on that staple. There we go. Put it behind there. But that's holding it in, that double-sided tape. Shaking it pretty good. Pushing on it pretty hard with my thumbnails. And it's staying. So, we're done. That's all there is to it. You can put a hanger on the back if you want, or it can be hang from here on the ledge. I don't know if you guys can see it. But there's enough ledge to hang it, or you can put a hanger on the back. So, I mean, there's tons of ways and different ways to do everything. Like I said, I am not knocking this because a lot of people do like the reverse frame and they like to do it. Myself, I don't like the finished look unless you have to go through 2 or 3 hours of work to make it look presentable. So it's just not for me. The design is not in Access, Belinda. It is on the Crafting with April website in the SVG section. I created the SVG this afternoon, and it is there for everybody's use. So anybody that wants this SVG, you can get it. There's no charge. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has trouble with foam squares and tapes and stuff like that. It just, for some reason, the tape will stick to me, but I cannot get a grip on the paper. It's www.craftingwithapril.co, not .com, .co. Leave the M off. I'll see if it will let me post on there. Sometimes YouTube does, sometimes it doesn't. There's an SVG section. You guys can go there and get this SVG. I started an SVG section. There's, I don't know, 6 or 7 in there, something like that. Different SVGs people have wanted. They're in there. Does anybody know that Cricut released a handheld rotary and a self-healing mat this week? So if you guys haven't seen that, the rotary blade is on the site. The self-healing mat is not yet there. If it'll let me, we'll try. Edit and try again. It doesn't want to let me post it. I don't know why. But sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. The rotary blade is there. The self-healing mat is coming. If you guys did not get a mystery box, please get the mystery box. It's digital and it has the mandalas in it. The group code will not work on it. Yeah, it's just not going to let me. It doesn't like it at all. But it has a ton of stuff, and if you're an Access Premium member, you're getting it for $15. So that's not bad at all. Let me try this. You might have to put your HTTP on there. Yeah, took it away. It put it up and took it away. Yeah, that digital box is awesome. It is on there? Great, Belinda. I checked it earlier and it wasn't there yet. So if it's there now, that's fantastic. You guys use the group link and support the group with that. Just remember that you have to use the link. Codes and stuff won't give us any credit. Let me switch back over so you guys can see me and I can see you. Does anybody have any questions? Design Space? Are you having any project issues or anything like that? Yeah, Kathy, it's awesome. Yeah, let me switch back over and show you. This is a self-healing mat. Of course, it doesn't heal as well. The new Cricut one has more of the self-healing qualities to them than most mats. It is an awesome mat. They have them in the stores, but I'm going to wait and order mine so I get my discounts. I'm going to wait for it to come on the Cricut site. If you buy the digital mystery box, all you do is purchase it. Then you can go into Design Space and it's going to be there for you. Very easy to use. They automatically turn them on in your account and you're ready to use them. So anytime you buy anything digital at Cricut, all you have to do is, if they're not showing up, log off your Design Space and then just log back in. It'll be there. If it looks like I'm looking over, guys, I'm reading chat. Okay, is everybody... yeah, if you go to cartridges and you type in Mandala, you'll see it. The other one is Love Summer. I don't remember the name of them. I apologize. I wish I did. And then you've got Dreaming Tree. But they're all in there. Tracy, usually they're available for 2 weeks. The digital, it should be there for 2 weeks. But the others are there for 2 weeks or until they sell out. Okay, Sonia. You can do that or you can message me, either one. When you get Access Premium, Belinda, everything you see with a green A is in there. You get that. But with Premium, you get 50% off of any digital items that you buy, except license, but you still get your 10% on that. You also get the Access exclusive mystery boxes that they put out. Like this one, it's not Access exclusive. It's $39 for everybody, but it was like a $76 value. But if you were a premium member, then you got it for $15. So, and then they have mystery boxes that are Access exclusive. If they're worth $105, if you don't have access for those, then you're going to pay the full price. So there's just that you get a few more perks with the premium than you do with the standard. Did that clarify it a little bit? Great. Yeah, it pays for itself. I keep premium. That way I don't have to worry month to month about the charges or anything else. And so, I mean, it's just easier. It's a lot easier. It's a one-time a year payment and you're done. And it does pay for itself. If you just buy mystery boxes, that 10% adds up. It pays for itself. That and the free shipping. Because shipping's high. I don't care who you are. It's just shipping is high through the post office, through FedEx. Doesn't matter who you go through, what company it is. Shipping is just high. Access gives you all of the non-licensed images. That's right. Well, they just, Levada, that's like this mystery box. That's not true on all of them. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they don't. It just depends on the type mystery box that it is. So, and this one just happened to be one that was for premium, discount for premium members. So, what is everybody else's take? I want to hear your feedback too on the canvases. Do you guys like doing the reverse canvases? Are they easy for you, or are they hard for you like they are for me? I mean, I really struggled to get those staples out. With the premium, you get all the fonts and everything with the green A. And you get the exclusives for premium members. Well, if you haven't tried to take it off, Belinda, make sure you watch that video because that was not an easy task. It was really difficult. I even wrote down the cost and everything. The cost for 2 canvases were the same as the cost of the 5 canvases. So there shouldn't be, Deborah. If you've already paid for a month, whatever your end date is on Access, and you go and get premium, it tacks onto the back of your last date, I believe. Is that not right, Jamie? If they expire on April the 10th, and they upgrade, it prorates and gives it back to them, or either it tacks it on. I forgot how they do it. But you don't lose any time. Yeah, you won't lose any time. They'll give you every bit of time. Sometimes they even give you more time than you're supposed to get. Mine was supposed to expire in February, but I had so many of those little coupons from cartridges that I think I'm into the middle of April or May now. Yeah, that's right. That's the way they did it. They prorated the price difference and took it off the total. Oh, thanks, Tracy. I'm glad I can help and inspire. But yeah, these canvases, guys, the pack of 2 versus the pack of 5, both are $6.99, so you're going to pay the same price on them when you get them 50% off. You do pay more for the frame because you don't have a frame in the panels, but they're a whole lot less work, and they look better, in my opinion. That is my opinion. Yes, you can get them all the time on sale at Michael's and at Hobby Lobby. The coupons on what, Tracy? The canvases, or are you talking about Access? Yes, Levada, the alcohol markers, you're talking about the Spectrum Noirs and the Copics. I use the Copics. Jamie, our moderator, she uses Spectrum Noirs. Those are alcohol markers. Yeah, you can use the coupons on the boards. They're considered canvases, so when the canvases go on sale, they go on sale too. Yes, those coupons that are in the cartridges, for the 3 days of access, if you go into, let me make sure I'm telling you right. If you go to your account and then, let me pull that up. I think it's redeem reward, I think is what it says. You can put in your code there and it will add 3 days onto your subscription. It is redeem promotion is what it says. Redeem promotion. Yes, Jessica, I have several rooms. We have Crafting with April. It's the group, look up Cricut Crafting. There is also Cricut Maker Projects, and there is Cards and Cuddlebugs, but it's on the groups, it's Cuddlebugs. I would post it here. It's always in the information below the video in the show more of the description. YouTube won't let us post links. They don't like it. But we have 3 groups, and if you're a Patreon supporter, I'm on Patreon, and if you're oh, you want to see my craft room. Basically what you see behind me, that is my craft room. I have a big shelf down there below it. And then I have the gutters over here that have been cut down for ribbon. And then my computer is sitting here on the table with my maker, and I have another monitor off to the other side so that I can transition for you guys. I got those hutches that hang on the wall from Kohl's. I have 5 of them. I have some stacked up over here that have all of my my Cuttlebug and my laminator and my Gemini, and all of my embossing folders and dies are over there. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate the support. Any of you guys want to support me on Patreon, it really does help out. Like I say, because, I mean, just to make that video for you guys yesterday, I dropped $50 really, really quick just to make a video, a comparison video. So it adds up. So any support that I get from you guys is greatly appreciated. It helps with the cost. But yeah, this used to be my dining room, but it's just me and my husband, and we have a high top counter in the kitchen, a countertop island, and we always eat there, so we turned this into my craft room. That way I won't have to run up and down stairs and stuff like that. All right. Does anybody have any other questions on Design Space or any of your projects? Anybody stuck on a project? Everybody's good with their projects? Anybody that needs an SVG or stuff like that, I'm trying to do more SVGs, so if you're looking for something in particular, let me know, and I'll see if I can create it. I can't make any promises that it will be any good, but I will make it, and we'll put it on the site, and you guys can check it out and use it and see if it works for you. It isn't there. It should be under the chat. There should be a super chat there. Are you logged in, Belinda? If you're not logged in, I don't think it will be there. The super chat, there's like a smiley face, and then there's a little square with a $sign in it. Shoot us some pictures, Tracy. We'd love to see them. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the wedding, it was really pretty. I don't normally post those in, but everybody was asking about photos and stuff like that. So when she gave me the video, I shared it. Yeah, when you're logged in, that little $sign down there, that's like if you want to do like a one-time donation and stuff, and Patreon is a pledge monthly, but you can cancel it at any time, so whichever you prefer to do. It all helps. Okay, guys, I will you guys shoot me some messages in chat, whatever you want the next project to be, the next video to be, and I will see if I can't shoot a couple of them out this week. Now that the wedding's over, I'm freeing up a lot of my time so that we can get back on schedule and get some videos out there for you guys. I know last month it was kind of slim, and I apologize for that. I just didn't have any more time. I couldn't squeeze another 2 hours into a 24-hour day, but I tried. Good night, Wanda. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.